I'm a conservative, but let me break down why Michael Knowles' performance arguing against gay marriage was embarrassingly bad.
It's true that kids don't do well with same-sex parents.
No, it's not.
False. There is scholarly consensus that children raised by same-sex parents fare perfectly well. One Cornell meta-analysis analyzed 79 studies about the well-being of children who have gay parents. Of those studies, 75 concluded that children of gay or lesbian parents fare no worse than other children. The other 4 studies are widely considered unreliable assessments given their biased samples.
My argument is gay marriage doesn't really exist in the way that a square circle doesn't really exist.
A square circle is a logical contradiction, something that cannot exist by definition. This may be surprising to Michael Knowles, but marriage is not a geometric shape. It's a social institution, and social institutions change, expand, and adapt. We know this because marriage has been expanded many times, for instance, to allow for interracial marriage. Knowles is basically saying, I don't approve of your definition of marriage, therefore it doesn't exist.
It seems to me it is intrinsic to the nature of marriage that it's a union between a man and a woman ordered toward the procreation and education of children.
If marriage were intrinsically ordered towards procreation, then perhaps infertile couples also shouldn't be able to get married. Elderly couples couldn't marry. People who simply choose not to have children couldn't marry. What actually distinguishes marriage from other relationships is not procreation, but legal recognition, mutual commitments, and shared economic and social status.
The word matrimony comes from the Latin word mater, which means mother, so it's facially absurd for 2 men to be in a matrimony. There's no lady there.
This argument is facially absurd. The linguistic roots of words do not necessarily determine the scope of their modern meanings. The word candidate comes from the Latin word candidus, meaning white, and referring to the white togas candidates for office would wear in ancient Rome. Today, we don't require political candidates to wear white. Language evolves.
But then my historical evidence would be that throughout all of human history, every single place in the entire world, marriage has always meant the union of a man and a woman for these purposes.
Actually, marriage has taken all sorts of forms throughout history. Gay marriage isn't even new. Roman Emperor Nero married 2 men during his reign. More importantly, historical prevalence does not imply moral righteousness. Slavery existed everywhere for most of history. So did denying women all sorts of rights. The fact that something was once universal tells us nothing about whether it was just, only that it was common. Closed-minded, out-of-touch people like Knowles choose to hang on to the worst kind of conservatism, one that is obsessively worried about the personal lives of other people. Good conservatism, on the other hand, involves getting out of people's business when no or negligible harm can be proved.